Everyone, Letty here. Today I'm going to share with you hashtag Crafty Goals 2023. This is a craft with me. We're going to make some Christmas cards. I'm doing a one sheet wonder because we're going to get 2 cards from one sheet of 6x6. So welcome back, everyone. I am doing hashtag Crafty Goals 2023, and one of my goals is to make at least 10 Christmas cards each month. I took out the Candy Cane Lane by Doodlebug. This is a 6x6 paper pad. I had purchased this at Not Too Shabby. It is double-sided, again 6x6 paper. I love Doodlebug. I love the colors. So super cute. So as part of my goals, I want to try to make Christmas cards every month. I also took out the odds and ends. This is also Candy Cane Lane. I also purchased this at Not Too Shabby. They're so super cute. And then I had gotten this scrapbook.com exclusive. It's a stamp set that goes with this collection, and it was a freebie with one of my previous purchases. I'm going to use this Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas stamp. I also brought in Ladybug Memento ink. And then I'm also using the March 2023 by Call Me Crafty Al. This is a sheet load of cards. It's for 6x6 paper, but I'm going to do just a slightly different variation of this, but this is definitely what inspired me. So I've got Christmas cards here today that I'm working on, and this is what it'll look like. It's a one sheet wonder because I'm going to get 2 cards from one 6x6 paper with no scraps at all. So I'm going to show you how to cut the paper. We're going to assemble one on camera, and then I'll do a few in speed mode. I've got 2 sheets of paper here. They are double-sided, but I'm only going to be focusing on this front side. So I've got 2 of those, and I'm going to use 2 sheets to make 4 cards to add to the 8 that I've already done off camera. So let's go ahead and make those cards. I've got card bases. I've got some scrap cardstock. I've got my sentiments already on a white strip of cardstock paper. I've got some ephemera pieces I'm going to use to decorate, 2 sheets of 6x6 paper, and then my paper trimmer. So let me show you how to cut the paper. You're going to go ahead and cut it with the top at the very top. So just the way that it normally is, and then do a cut at 4 3/4 on that 6-inch side. You're going to have 2 strips left over. I'm going to save those. I'll show you in a bit what we're going to use those for. Then we're going to go ahead and turn it once to the right, and you're going to cut it at 2 inches. And I just find it's easier to do it this way. Cut it at 2, and then I'm going to take that 2-inch strip and cut it in half at 1 inch. So I get 4 strips total of 4 3/4 by that 1 inch. So 1 by 4 3/4. If you're only cutting 1 sheet, you'll only get 2 strips. Then I'm going to rotate that remaining piece and go ahead and cut it at 2 inches also on the 4-inch side. So I've got 2 inches by 4 3/4. I've got 4 of those, again, because I'm doing 2 sheets instead of 1. So I'm going to mix and match my patterns here, just like this. And you'll see I have a larger one and a smaller one. And again, each sheet you'll get 2 larger and 2 smaller, and then you'll have these 2 scrap strips. What we're going to do is cut them in half, and we're going to add them to the insides of the cards. So let's go ahead and assemble our cards. I do have these cardstock mats that are already glued. They're 4 inches by 5 1/4. I already have them on my card bases just to save me some time. I'll list all the dimensions down in the description box below. I'm going to go ahead and take 1 larger piece of paper and 1 smaller piece, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how we're going to go ahead and glue this down to the front of the card base. So I'm adding my adhesive to the backing. I'm going to go ahead and leave, I want to say it's about 3/8 of a border all the way around, and I'm leaving that scrap strip right in the middle. I'm putting the smaller strip at the bottom and the wider one at the top. I went ahead and added that little extra scrap cardstock right in the middle, and then I'm adding my sentiment right on top. And the reason why I put that cardstock right in the middle was to keep everything flush. So then the last step is just to add my little piece of ephemera as a decoration, and that is our card. It comes together so quick and easy. To really finish off our card, I'm going to take those little scrap strips that I had, and I'm going to cut them right in the middle at a diagonal, just to make like a little banner that I'm going to glue to the inside of the card. Every strip will give you 2 of these, and so with 1 sheet of 6x6, you'll end up having enough to make 2 full cards and have the 2 scraps, and you can put them on the inside. You see how you could also offset it on the other side depending on how your pattern is kind of facing. So that's our finished card. It is so quick and easy. This was, again, inspired by the March 2023 sheet load of cards. One of the neat things about this design is that not only do I have no paper scraps left over from my sheet of 6x6 paper, but I'm also utilizing the scraps that I had left over when I cut down my cardstock mats. That's why those little red strips are matching my cardstock perfectly, because they were the leftovers after I cut down my mats to 4 inches by 5 1/4. You're left with just a little bit of scrap cardstock, and it fits perfectly in between the top little paper mat and the bottom paper paper mat. So these are so quick and easy. I just picked out one little piece of ephemera to go on every single card. I think the Doodlebug Odds and Ends, which is their ephemera, make these cards so fun to make. So again, this was Candy Cane Lane. That's a 6x6 from Doodlebug. I brought in the ephemera and then my free stamp from scrapbook.com. I made 12 A2 size Christmas cards. And again, this was 2 cards per one 6x6 sheet of paper with no paper scraps and practically no cardstock scraps either. This was inspired by the March 2023 sheet load of cards. Here's what it's going to look like compared to the actual sheet load sketch. I will link to Alicia, who's Call Me Crafty Al's YouTube channel down in the description box below. So in case you want to get access to this sheet load, you can actually click on the link down below. She does ask that you subscribe to her channel. I'll also list the dimensions that I use so that way you can compare and see which version you want to make. If you want to, you do what I just did on today's video, you can just use those same dimensions. So again, 12 A2 size Christmas cards for my hashtag Crafty Goals 2023. Thanks for visiting, everyone. I hope you subscribe, like this video, follow me on Instagram. Here are a couple videos I think you might enjoy, and as always, happy crafting.